Made some of the running in her last race, and nobody's that keen to go on, and it looks as if Walter Swinburne's going to have to do the donkey work. And Berry's Dream much closer to the pace today, within a length shows second. And Oriental Mystique and Sardinia 2 lengths back to In the Groove, who I thought might have been a little bit further up with the pace. He seemed to race better like that earlier on. However, they passed the 9 pole, and it's Ivrea leading, Ivrea in the lead by a length to Berry's Dream in close contention, showing second. Then Sardinia in the pale jacket wide of Oriental Mystique, showing 4 now, and In the Groove back in 5. They've got under a mile to travel. The pace is quite strong. The sprint handicap was running a fairly good time. It's Ivrea leading by a length and a half. To Berry's Dream showing second, and Sardinia under a keen hold is third. 2 lengths back to Oriental Mystique, and a half a length to In the Groove, showing 5 of the 5 as they race down past the 3/4 mile post. And it's Ivrea leading. Ivrea from Berry's Dream in second, and then Sardinia showing third. Oriental Mystique and In the Groove on the outside as they begin to turn into the home straight and down past the 5 furlong marker. Ivrea in the lead. But inexperienced filly racing well, 2 lengths back to Berry's Dream in the second place. Sardinia creeps into the picture, shows third, and then In the Groove making ground on the outside of Oriental Mystique, all to play for and 4 to race. Ivrea next to the rails with Berry's Dream on the outside of her. Sardinia in behind, just pricking her ears. Steve Cawthon asking her to quicken. In the Groove's trying to go with her on the outside in the maroon and grey. And as they come down to the 2 furlong marker, it's Berry's Dream and Ivrea. But here comes In the Groove with a strong run on the outside. Back in 4 is Sardinia, ridden along. Under a 1/4 mile to go. In the Groove on the left. Berry's Dream with a noseband. Ivrea and Sardinia gets a run through next to the rails. But In the Groove has first run and gone on by 2. Sardinia in pursuit. Ivrea. Berry's Dream gives way on this fast ground, and it's In the Groove coming home well clear from Sardinia and Ivrea, who are rallying close home. But In the Groove tidily. Sardinia second, Ivrea third. Ivrea in third place. Berry's Dream. Last of the 5 was Oriental Mystique. A good run this by number 2 In the Groove, in the colours of Mr. Brian Cooper.
She'll be the last. The handler scurries away, ready to go in the Coffs Irish 1,000 guineas, and they're off. And the favourite Heart of Joy broke quite well towards the outside. The Caretaker is also close up on the inside. Performing Arts is one of the leaders, and as they race through the first furlong or so, Performing Arts on the left, towards the right, Heart of Joy. No great pace on early. Tanwy is close up. Wayne Harris looking across there, and there's no serious gallop at all in the early stages, with Performing Arts in the lead, followed by Habira in second, and they're followed in third place by Annie Laurie, and behind Annie Laurie on the outside, Tanwy with Needy Tatch. Amanada behind them on the inside, tracked by Wedding Bouquet, and then the Caretaker and Ring of Light. But it's Habira who leads them through. In the Groove is the back marker at this stage as they race down past the 5 furlong marker, and it's Habira, Performing Arts over on the far side. They're the leading pair. Performing Arts in front, Habira second, then Amanata, then Annie Laurie, Needy Thatch, Tanwy close up on the outside, Wedding Bouquet just behind him, then Lady of Vision, and they're followed by Heart of Joy, the Caretaker, Ring of Light, and out the back In the Groove as they run down now towards the 3 furlong marker, quickening the pace now. Performing Arts, Habira in second, Amanata 3, and Tanwy 4. Past the 3 furlong pole now. Performing Arts over on the far side is the leader from Habira. Then comes Amanata. They're followed on the outside by Tanwy with Heart of Joy. In the Groove begins her run on the wide outside. They're racing down towards the final furlong, and Performing Arts over on the far side from Heart of Joy, and In the Groove up the centre of the track. They hit the furlong pole now. Performing Arts, In the Groove, and Heart of Joy between horses. In the Groove on the near side. In the Groove storms clear inside the last furlong, chased by Heart of Joy as they race into the closing stages. In the Groove sprinting to the line, and In the Groove puts up a very good performance to win the Irish Guineas. David Ellsworth's first classic. Heart of Joy is second. Performing Arts is third. Lady of Vision has run a big race, may just have snatched fourth from the Caretaker. Then Annie Laurie, Amanata, Tanwy, and they're followed in by Annie Laurie with Ring of Light, and together at the back Habira and Needy Thatch. A very, very slow pace.
That's it. They're lined up for this Jetmonte International, and they break away. And through the first furlong, it's Relief Pitcher who is the first to show. In the Groove steadied at the start. Terryman is last but one. And as they progress through the first furlong, it's Relief Pitcher leading. Dashing Blade taking a fearsome hold shows second. Elmar Mulwell plays third. Missionary Ridge 4. Dolpaul 5. Terryman 6. Then Negligent, Batsoof, and In the Groove is the running order as they come down to the mile pole. And it's relief pitcher by a length and a half. The Dashing Blade in second, that's in the purple. The horse with a noseband showing third in the blue, Elmar Mull, and then Missionary Ridge in four, Dolport Green racing five, Terriman Green had in six, the Grey Filly Negligent shows seven, Batshoof held up to come with that customary smooth run as they pass the seven, has just one behind him, and that one is in the groove. It's going to have to come with a run too. But from the front, Visor for the first time, relief pitcher leading from Dashing Blade second, and they've passed the sixth pole, then Elmar Mull racing third and Dolport, and then Missionary Ridge on the outside wide, tracking that one is Negligent. On the inner of Negligent, the grey is Terriman, then Batshoof, and in the groove. So it's going to be a sprint this. They've passed the five, halfway in the Judd Monty International, and Dashing Blade just ranges alongside relief pitcher. They head for home. Dolport in green comes wide. Missionary Ridge gets a view of the front. Negligent on the extreme left. In behind them, Batshoof is travelling well, maybe looking for room as they come down to the three. And it's Dashing Blade with the noseband. Relief pitcher runs a big race next to the rails. Dolport in green. In behind them, Batshoof is making a great stride and really tucked in. Willie Carson can't find room on Elmar Mull as they race down past the two. And here on the wide outside comes in the groove in the grey and red. They've got a furlong and a half to go, and from last to first it's Steve Cawthon on in the groove, has got first one on them. Elmar Mull was boxed in, now finds the room. Batshoof starts the sprint, but in the groove, and Steve Cawthon surely have this. Elmar Mull next to the rails rallying. Batshoof gets a place at best, but it's in the groove. In the groove wins the Judd Monty from Elmar Mull, close to third. Batshoof and Terriman then behind these. Dolport, a gap of six, the Missionary Ridge relief pitcher Negligent, and last of all was Dashing Blade. Confidently ridden Steve Cawthon. Steve Cawthon came from last to first to win this on this filly in the groove, who has this remarkable track record here at York. This one in the colours of Mr. Brian Cooper, trained at Whispery by Dave.
Thank you, John. Yes, and away they go in the Group 1 Champion Stakes. And the first to show is Lenimix for France in the grey jacket, but up on the outside now with a red cap. That is the 5-year-old Albada with a red cap, who goes on now. So it's Albada after just over a furlong and a half, who is out there making the running by some 2 lengths from Lenimix. After these two, Elmar Mull with the striped cap, and then the favourite Cardigiana. She's one of the 3 course and distance winners in the field, and is followed by Filia Ardros, and then after Filia Ardros, last year's 5-to-1 winner Legal Case. They've covered just over a quarter of a mile. After Legal Case is Anvari, one of Clive Britton's 3 runners, and then comes another one, Terriman, and followed by the filly in the groove. And at the moment, Sykeston and Lester Piggott are last of the 10. They're coming now down to complete the 3rd furlong, with Albada and John Williams still cutting out the pace, with Elmar Mull in the owner's first colours now going second in front of the Frenchman Lenimix. And then after these 3, as they come down to the final 3/4 of a mile, is the favourite Cardigiana, making very good progress indeed. But as they come now to the final 5 in the Champion Stakes, it's over the grandstand and Graham Good.
Very much a case of follow the leader, and the leader is Albada. They're all electing to come down suddenly to stand side. The grey French raider Lenimix is coming there strongly. Elmar Mull in the striped cap, and the favourites in the green cap on the left of the leading quartet. A length back to Legal Case showing 5, Anvari 6, Filia Ardros 7. Sykeston makes ground in the groove, is cruising in behind them hard on the steel as they come down past the 3, and Lenimix just shades Elmar Mull with Cardigiana on the left, and then Anvari on the extreme right. Sykeston's in the yellow sleeve jacket with a lot to do to get the place, and as they come down past the 2, any one of 6 could win. It's Lenimix and Elmar Mull. Lenimix in the grey colours, Elmar Mull. Here comes in the groove strongly on the right in the maroon sleeve jacket. They race down into the dip, a furlong to go, and it's in the groove. The filly going on from Lenimix, who's rallying back in 3rd place. Legal Case comes with a strong run. Elmar Mull is out of it, so too Cardigiana. It's in the groove, driving to the line, going on by a length. Lenimix takes second up towards the line in the groove, and Steve Cawthon takes the Dubai Champion Stakes. Lenimix is second, and Legal Case a brave third. 3 lengths back to Elmar Mull. Then Filia Ardros and Cardigiana, and behind these came Anvari. A big gap to Sykeston, who beat only 2. One of those was Albada, and the other one was Terriman. So Pat Edery won't be having 200 winners this week. 200 winners in the season this week. The result then of this, the Dubai Champion Stakes. In the groove has won the 9-2 shot in the colours of Mr. Brian Cooper. Trained at Whispery by David Ellsworth. Steve Cawthon rode this one, his 131st winner of the season. A real gem of a race this, and Terriman a little bit slowly away, and it's Quest for Fame who's out in front. Now Pat Edery did exactly the same thing on Sanglamore on Sunday. I wonder if he would be able to bring Quest for Fame home from pillar to post. But he leads The 11-4 shot by length to Sapiens, with through on the inside Spitzel, Rockhopper, and then comes Coringa Bay, 2 lengths back to In the Groove and a further 2 back to Terriermon. And they continue this stiff uphill climb through the first half mile, and they've gone through the first quarter mile now, and it's Quest for Fame leading by a couple of lengths to Spitzel on the outside of Sapiens, and then comes Rockhopper and Coringa Bay, with In the Groove just ahead of Terriermon, held about the back today. And they go through the first half mile then, and there's little change in the order. It's Pat Edery on the Derby winner, Quest for Fame, out in front. Running the rail in the red spotted cap, Coringa Bay. Yellow jacket on the outside, Sapiens wide. Leicester in the black cap, just with Rockhopper in the light blue cap behind him. In the Groove, this pace should suit her in the quarter cap, and still last is Terriermon, and this pace should suit him as well. They go to the top of the hill. They've got 7 furlongs to go, and it's Quest for Fame leading. Sapiens, Spitzel on the outside of Rockhopper and Coringa Bay, and 2 lengths back to In the Groove, and then Terriermon. They're halfway in the Hanson Coronation Cup, and it's Quest for Fame just opening up by a couple of lengths now as they pass the 6th pole. From in second place, Sapiens niggled along, Spitzel going well. Coringa Bay on the inside of Rockhopper, 2 lengths back to In the Groove, yet to make his move. So too is Terriermon. They've got 5 to go, all to play for. And it's just Quest for Fame leading from Sapiens and Spitzel wide, and Coringa Bay the rail, and then the favourite Rockhopper, followed by In the Groove cruising along, and then Terriermon last, but close enough, if good enough, as they round Tattenham Corner. And it's Quest for Fame. Here's pricked. Here comes Spitzel. Rockhopper on the outside of the light blue cap, Coringa Bay. Sapiens looks beaten. In the Groove is cruising in behind them. Terriermon is pulled wide for a challenge. 2.5 to go. And Quest for Fame pressed on the outside by Rockhopper, and Spitzel going as well as any. In the Groove and on the wide outside, Terriermon with a run. Sapiens is tailing off, and they come inside the final quarter mile now. And it's anyone's race, and In the Groove bursts through to take it up. In the Groove from Rockhopper in the light blue cap. Quest for Fame the rails, Terriermon, and they come inside the final furlong, and it's In the Groove going on from Terriermon. Rockhopper the rail is rallying as the post comes, but In the Groove sticks her neck out, and In the Groove's going to win it. In the Groove, Terriermon, Rockhopper the 1, 2, 3. A gap of 4 lengths then to Quest for Fame will improve, followed by Coringa Bay, Spitzel, and tailing off was Sapiens. And so the result then of this Hanson Coronation Cup, it's a win for number 7 In the Groove, an order of Night Shift in the colours of Mr. Brian Cooper. The 7-2 shot, this one trained at Whitby by David Ellsworth and ridden by Steve Cawthon, and she's added yet another £82,000 to the 600,000 she's already won.